more news coming out, everybody. More data, I should say, as well as it relates to the charts. At this chart, total crypto market cap getting ready for the next leg up. Maybe better translated for the next leg up, the parabolic bull, altcoin season. Call it whatever you will. These are the things I want to discuss in this video, and it's some new data and some new charts. Even as it relates to the global liquidity, we're going to look at some really interesting data as it applies to the timing of this cycle. So please hit the subscribe, hit the like, and let's jump into the video, everybody. I appreciate you. I'm very enthusiastic, and I want to say something. Everything that we're going to talk about, I know that I'm bullish on the macro. You all know that. I think within me, though, I'm kind of just like, what makes it comfortable for me, and I don't know about you, is I don't know what's going to happen. And number one, I like that I just like that I don't know. But I more so like that I'm comfortable right now. And whatever happens, happens. And I think that's the place to be. That's why I do a lot of analysis, so I can visualize upside. I can visualize a bull market just all of a sudden coming out of nowhere, a parabolic run. Or I can visualize it doesn't happen right now and we start falling. So I wanted to just say that at the beginning of the video because it is important as we dissect these things. There's no guarantees to what we're looking at, but I remain very bullish on these markets. Let's start with a couple pieces of news, and then I want to look at the Bitcoin chart zoomed out. I want to look at the global liquidity and some things happening there and total crypto market cap as it applies to all of crypto, including your altcoins. But I want to start with this news because this is news that plays into everything that we've been discussing. Again, put aside what's happening in the courts. Put aside the SEC continuing to lose. Put aside the momentum within Congress for crypto. Apple opens NFC payment chip to third parties for the first time, making Bitcoin and crypto tap to pay on iPhone possible. If you've been here for years, you've always seen like this, pay with crypto movement, and people are all like, people want to go buy coffee with crypto. This is what people, I think, envisioned or wanted to see it from that adoption standpoint. Tap to pay on iPhones, everybody. It's a huge headline. USDC to embrace tap and go payments after Apple opens up NFC. I want to just point out, it goes over some quotes from Jeremy Allaire over at he's a CEO of Circle. It goes over some quotes, but one thing that he explained is that Apple's opening up access to its NFC chip would apply to lots of things outside of USDC, including non-fungible tokens, NFTs, for tickets, other certificates, and other stablecoins like EURC. This is huge news, everybody. And just imagine taking your phone, your iPhone, and tapping to pay. It's being integrated. This is the adoption that's happening right now. And this is also in the news from like the last day or so. MetaMask, MasterCard partner up to launch crypto debit card. MetaMask taps MasterCard and banks to launch a crypto debit card. The card eliminates the complex steps traditionally associated with using crypto for everyday purchases. That's been the challenge. Everybody wants to pay with crypto, right? Pay with Bitcoin. But these things now are happening that is just taking this to that next level finally. And I just want to mention, this market, even if you might have been here for years and you might just be like, man, it's been around, like, it's not early anymore. It's still early. We're at like a $2 trillion total market cap for all of crypto. Do you realize how early that is for this massive industry that is getting ready to explode with all of this adoption? Institutional money positioning right now, buying dips. This is happening. So I want to look at the charts, and I really want to use this as kind of the basis. This was a post from Jamie over here on X. It looks like there's a lot to cover, but I'm going to try and sum it up very briefly. He's talking about central banks. They're capitulating. The liquidity spigots are opening. Bitcoin is about to go much higher. Bitcoin is about to go much higher. We've seen this talking point, this narrative, very simply from the cycle data alone. At this moment, every cycle, Bitcoin is about to go much higher. But it's nice to get different data and on-chain metrics and all these different things that signal that this could be possible. My composite global liquidity momentum model has provided the first bullish regime signal since November 2023. If you go to a Bitcoin chart, just to give you a sense of November 2023 and what was happening, that was like right around here. So last time his signal hit, this was a leg up for Bitcoin. His signal is hitting right now. Could this be the kickstart of the post-halving parabolic bull run? We go back to the post. Over the past month, the Bank of Japan and the PBOC, it's China, have added $400 billion and $97 billion respectively. The broad global money base credit has expanded by 1.2 trillion, which has been significantly added by a sharp decline of the US dollar. So coming into play is the US dollar, and we're going to discuss this chart as it relates to the crypto cycles. For Bitcoin to meet this target, the DXY would need to be well below 101. So this US dollar currency index chart would need to be below 101, well below 101. It's at 102 right now, just to give you an idea. Finally, as I noted today or yesterday, this is the natural state in credit-based fractional reserve system. The money supply must continually expand to support the outstanding debt. Otherwise, everything will collapse. The money supply. You're going to see a lot about this. The money supply, global liquidity. We're going to see a lot about this. And so if we go look at this chart, this is US dollar currency index. He's saying it needs to be well below 101. What I found interesting, I just went back to the last two halvings. I went back to the last two bull cycles. And check this out. Here's the last halving, 2020. Here is the 2016 halving, these general vicinities. And look at this circle here. This is basically the post-halving bull run kicking off. You can see US dollar falling at that moment, right, on this weekly chart zoomed out. And then the cycle before that, what I found really interesting, because there has been a lot of similarities, and this is just probably a coincidence, but so many similarities on the 2016 to 2017 bull run that started right into 2018. So many similarities on the Bitcoin charts and the crypto charts. And now there's kind of this interesting area where this chart, the US dollar index, is almost at the identical place that it was back then, almost, not exactly, but almost identically time frame wise, post Bitcoin halving from a time frame perspective. It's just crazy. We're right around 102, and this is when the bull run, if you look at just January 2017 in general, if we go to Bitcoin to January 2017, check it out right here. This is when something crazy happened, the parabolic bull run. We're at a very similar area right now with these hints that we might get a repeat. Again, I say there's no guarantee, but if this were to play out, then yeah, Bitcoin chart looks nice. We just looked at it, but here's the total crypto market cap. And this is kind of how I started the opening of the video. This will likely go much higher in an environment like this. If you go back and you look at that January 2017, right? If we go back to January 2017, check out the total crypto market cap chart. So everybody's been waiting for altcoins. And historically speaking, it's the parabolic move of a bull market where altcoins really start finally doing something that everybody wants it to do. It's the bear market and the sideways waiting for the bull market is the painful part, right? It's that 1 year out of 4 years where cryptos and altcoins are really doing something phenomenal. And so that's kind of where we are right now. And we've also illustrated this on the Bitcoin dominance chart as we're sitting here waiting on the weekly chart. This is Bitcoin dominance. We've been waiting for this green rectangle because historically speaking, that's around when altcoin season kicks off. And we're, and this isn't exact, right? This is kind of just something I've had on my charts, just been waiting for on my charts, but we're getting very close to what could be an altcoin season. And so I know I keep kind of talking about the same general theme. Altcoin season's getting close, parabolic run, we're at this time of cycle. But each time I'm trying to bring different data points to that conversation. And this is just another one, what he posted over here, Jamie on X. And this is what it looks like. You can just see I think you can see the dates. Yeah, you can just see when this begins, each cycle, right? And then what happens next. So these are my thoughts today as it relates to global liquidity. Bitcoin cycle, total crypto market cap, US dollar index, all that good stuff. I think things are coming together. There's a ton of fear in the market. Again, we're not even talking about what's happening within the crypto adoption type of narrative. What's happening with the SEC losing? What's happening with, the news that I just covered? What's happening in Congress? All of these things, we are just getting started in my view. These are my thoughts. I appreciate you cruising through and watching my videos. If you're not a subscriber, everybody, hit the subscribe. I really appreciate you over the years watching, and as I continue to try and grow the channel, I appreciate your support. So your subscribe, your like, your support, your comments, it all does actually mean a ton to me, and it really motivates me. So I hope you're having a good week. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.